It is important to wait and see final official results. As you know, there were many unclear moments. We saw many reports on violations which took place during election. Therefore, we prefer to wait for certain official conclusions.
Russia has reacted cautiously to Armenia's closely watched election results. The European Union has welcomed the outcome as Armenia continues to deepen ties with Western partners. Moscow has alleged electoral violations after Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan claimed victory. The Kremlin says conclusions should be reserved until the final official election results are announced. Russia has warned Armenia that the European Union is increasingly acting as a military political bloc. Armenia's growing engagement with the West could further strain relations with Moscow.
On June 7, 2026, elections were held for the National Assembly of Armenia, resulting in a victory for the Civil Contract Party. The party will form the government on its own. Our stance on this matter remains unchanged. The leaders of these groups must be brought to justice in accordance with the procedures laid out by the legislation of the Republic of Armenia. They should be held criminally responsible for the cases already in the public domain. Ultimately, these groups are not political entities. They represent an oligarchic system. The entire criminal oligarchic clan must be held accountable under the law, and all illegally acquired property must be confiscated. The message is the same. The people of Armenia voted for peace and regional prosperity, for regional cooperation, and I hope that this will meet a positive reaction from both Turkey and Azerbaijan. We need to institutionalize peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan, but we need to open our borders with Turkey. I mean, Turkey should open the border. And, of course, we need to establish diplomatic relations. We will continue along the path of rapprochement with the EU, but at the same time, we will maintain our participation and membership in the Eurasian Economic Union. We aim to develop our relations with the Russian Federation and other member states of the Eurasian Economic Union. Of course, we will also work to strengthen ties within the framework of the Union. I rule out the possibility of post-election upheavals in Armenia. As I have previously stated publicly, such processes only occur when the government manipulates the election results. The opposition is unable to initiate such actions, as it gained most of its votes solely through the distribution of electoral bribes.
A return to full-scale war would come at tremendous cost to the entire region. All sides must come back to the negotiation table. Ministers were clear today that Iran's actions are unacceptable. In response, EU member states in Brussels today approved sanctions against Iranian individuals and entities involved in disrupting the transit through the Strait of Hormuz. And this is the first time the EU has applied its new freedom of navigation sanctions regime, and where necessary will apply it again. We have to take it seriously when it comes to really boosting our own defense and keeping in mind also the way that the wars are conducted today, especially in mind that the drones are very effective tools. So we need to have also the tools to counter that risk. Over the past months, our measures have made these shady operations harder, riskier, and more costly. For example, France and Sweden recently boarded tankers, and our EU naval operation Irini has begun boarding shadow fleet vessels under updated rules of engagement. Every vessel seized, detained, or disrupted means less revenue for Russia to finance this war. The vote took place under heavy Russian pressure and economic coercion. The Armenian people have made it clear that they have made their democratic commitment to peace and also closer ties with Europe. The EU is preparing an economic support package for Armenia, and we will continue to be its partner.